Hey everybody, it's Berg, and today we are going to be talking about this red logo WWF Intercontinental Championship title belt. This is the belt that I grew up on. This is the belt that made me want to be a collector in the first place. I grew up on this belt, watching guys like Tito Santana, Ricky Steamboat, and ooh yeah, the Macho Man, Randy Savage. This belt is a classic piece of my childhood, and I had to get my hands on it. Now, what I want to say is that this particular belt was ordered from a maker in Pakistan, an overseas bootleg belt maker. And on today's episode, we're going to do an in-depth review of this belt and let you know the truth about ordering from Pakistan. Okay, so we're taking a first look at the WWF Intercontinental red logo Intercontinental Championship belt. This was sent to me by a maker from Pakistan who advertised it to me as 24 karat gold plate, 5.5 millimeter thick plates, real leather, minimal tooling. And you can see right off the bat that the snap boxes are not hand tooled, but these are more of a stamp. Well, we're going to take a close look at this belt and go over all the details and give you the truth about what you get when you order a Pakistan championship belt. So right away after taking it out of the box, the very first impression I had of this belt was that it appeared to be very dirty and the gold plating seems to be unfinished in areas. And so you can kind of see in this area here, in the different lighting, the gold plating is not as clean or as finished as it is in other areas of the belt. The same can be said over here in the recessed areas. And then what I noticed as I got into the side plates is the gold plating didn't take all the way. So you can see in the interior edge of the grapplers here, as well as the top of this grappler's head, the gold plating really isn't finished there. In all the recessed areas of the plate seem to be very dirty. The plates do have some blemishes, and for being brand new, I wouldn't expect to see spots like this in the plate. I noticed over as we head towards this end, again, you can see kind of the discoloration in the plating, almost as if it's either tarnished already or just very unfinished. This plate over here, I didn't notice it right away, but here you can see as I turn it into the light, there's a hair embedded in the plating. That won't come off. That's in the plating. So the care and the quality of the work leaves a lot to be desired. Again, unfinished plating. You can see in the recess of the WWF logo, plating didn't seem to take. Along the edges here of the main plate, again, just not very great quality with the plating, and you can see the discoloration in these recessed areas. I noticed it also along the stars, so you can see almost a dirty metal appearance. And more of that unfinished plating. The painting seems to be done a little more hastily, not with a lot of care. If we go right into the main logo here, you can see areas where it's not quite finished. Probably could have used a second coat of paint, and you can see debris that is stuck in the paint, dried into the paint. Same with the lettering. Just seems to be a bit sloppy throughout. You can see on the N and the I, actually pretty much all the letters. Not a very crisp or clean paint job. Looking at the rest of the banners, similar quality. You know, the T in heavyweight has paint on the top of it. You can see the E, pretty sloppy. So not a lot of care taken when it came down to detail work. Looking at the globe, you know, the globe isn't as bad as some of the rest, but I do see some light spots like here. I could have used a little more paint, second coat of paint. We've got some blue paint visible on the grid lines here of the globe. We take a look at the strap itself. We'll flip it over here and look at the back. So the back is covered. But when this strap arrived and I unboxed it, it was dirty, as if, I don't know if somebody stepped on this strap either before or after it was applied, but these discolorations, you know, I tried to just wipe off with my hand or with my finger. They didn't come off. I'm gonna have to actually clean them. You can see the edges of the belt and the strap. They've made an attempt to burnish them and finish them, but it has not been done very well. Case in point, if we look at the male snap box end, there's glue visible. It's already kind of peeling away here. So the finish work, not exactly great. Another thing I noticed on this belt, on the other side, was that there's paint on the back of the strap. And I noticed we had two different color female snaps. Try to a little bit so we can see that a little better. But you can see this one and this one are different color than the rest. So the snaps are even, they do line up and they do snap with the male side. You know, they're not uneven. So that seems to be okay. But as I was looking over the strap some more, I found more red paint on this side. And the finish work, like I said, if we tip the belt up on its side and take a look at the edges of the strap around the main plate, you can see it's already kind of cracking and separating a little bit. They did not do a great job finishing the strap. And this is pretty much throughout the whole belt. As for the leather itself, I will say that, I mean, it is soft. You can see. It does, you know, it's got kind of the floppy quality that us collectors seem to enjoy. But the leather itself is pretty thin. pretty thin. I would expect it a little thicker strap, especially with how heavy these plates are. This strap should have been a little bit of a heavier duty strap. And as I continue to just look this belt over in more detail, I seem to notice more. So we've got, again, more discoloration of the plating down on this corner of the belt. A little hard to see in the light, but and actually a little bit of a rough texture too. Again, you can see in these recessed areas the plating's just not finished the greatest. Up here by the stars, we've got the dull smudge look in here as well. So this belt might be a great candidate for a Brasso belt customization. For those who are looking for staying as original as possible, the red logo IC belt should not have had any of the tooling on the strap either. Should have been a plain strap. Got paint on this side too, just noticed. So pretty sloppy craftsmanship, unfortunately. This belt maker would charge $550 for this belt. Going through what I've seen already today, you can see again more of this unfinished look. There's no way I would pay $550 for this type of craftsmanship. This is subpar when you're going to pay a premium price for a belt. But that's the truth about what you get when ordering from Pakistan or any of the other bootleg belt makers. You don't know what you're going to get. There are some quality makers out there that have established a good reputation for themselves, but some of them, it's a crapshoot. All in all, I mean, I'm satisfied with the belt. I knew going into this that I wasn't going to probably get top tier quality. I knew this was going to be a crapshoot, and so seeing these finer details overlooked by the manufacturer, I sort of expected that. I am disappointed in, the discoloration of the plating and the strap itself being as thin as it is, and with the kind of the unfinished edging. I can already tell that this belt is going to see the backing start to peel probably sooner than later, which is unfortunate. But again, I knew going into this that it wasn't going to be top tier quality. I knew that I was risking, whether I was even going to get a belt shipped to me or not. That's a gamble I took. So all in all, again, we've got great plate thickness. I'm happy with that. I didn't measure them just by eyeballing. These are probably, as the manufacturer says, 5.5 millimeter or close to it. Heavy duty plates, real leather strap. It's a belt that I grew up on, a belt that I wanted for my collection, so I am satisfied with that. And I wanted to make sure that everybody knew the truth behind what you get when you order from a Pakistani belt maker.